Good evening, Flosstube. Welcome back to my channel. This is Mandy. You found my cross stitch channel, or my YouTube channel about cross stitch, called Flosstube. Like I said, Mandy. You can find me also on Instagram at Mandy Needs Stitches. And today is Saturday, February 6th. This is Flosstube number 24, 25, somewhere around there. Maybe 23. I don't remember. Yeah, and I have just some cross stitch to show you tonight. I have quite a bit of thread haul. My order from my back ordered Victorian model clubs finally arrived. So there's a lot of floss. I will save all the haul to the end just because it's a lot and I don't know if everybody wants to see it. So yeah, I have one previous finish, two things that I finished this week and FFO'd, and then just a few whips. Other than that, the rest is floss. And I did get I signed up for Forbidden Fiber Company's Valentine box, so I'll show that. That came this week. And I think that's all. So I guess we'll get started. Back to my regular spot with the quilt behind me. This is, officially the first quilt I ever made. I was in a sorority in college, and so we had a lot of we had a lot of shirts that they would make shirts for events that we had quarterly or more. I don't really know why. It was just a sorority thing, I guess. So yeah, I was in Gamma Phi Beta with the University of Oregon in Eugene, Oregon. So it was a really, really fun time. I didn't join until I was a junior, but it was great. And then so after I finished college, I was actually in nursing school, and I didn't want to get rid of the shirts, but I felt like it was kind of silly to wear them still. So I decided I wanted to learn to put them into a quilt. And so I actually found a YouTube video of a woman who kind of walked you through it step by step, how to cut the t-shirts, how to add some interfacing to them and everything. So I mean, I decided to embark on this project, and I don't think I'd ever worked a sewing machine before, so it was really kind of I don't know, I felt good about it. Like when I finished, just rewarding, I guess, because I really honestly taught myself how to do it. And it made me show myself that I really could do anything I set my mind to. So it's not perfect. But I'm happy with it. I was able to cut out the shirts the right way. I basted them on, or I ironed them onto some interfacing. I did the sashing around them, and then I backed it it's just a plain yellow backing. I did it because Oregon's colors are green and yellow. And what else? I didn't know anything about binding, so this is it's really not a normal binding. But this is really one of my favorites. I made this one because my boyfriend at the time also wanted a t-shirt quilt, so I figured I'd practice on mine. I made him one. He broke up with me shortly after, but boys. And then I've made my husband one. I actually really enjoy making them. I just don't have a lot of t-shirts anymore. So yeah, that's a previous quilting finish, and that is from, let's see, I was in nursing school, graduated in 2012, so I think it was in 2012 that I made this quilt. So yeah, fun memories. And then I do have one previous cross stitch finish. I don't remember if I've shown this or not, but Try not to get my glare in there. This is a Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery spring something. They have 4 seasons of it, one for each season. I've done spring and summer. Yeah, spring and summer. I stitched this. This is one of the first things I did when I got into cross stitch. I stitched on Ada with the called for DMC. I just finished it in a frame that I think I got from probably Hobby Lobby or Michaels. I like hung it up on the wall not very well and it fell, so now I kind of loosened up the edges. But that's okay. It is what it is. And I look back at it and remember working on it. So that's nice. And then I have 2 FFOs that were things that I stitched this week and finished this week, I think, or since my last video anyway. The first one, well, this is the second one I stitched. I started this, it stitched up pretty quick. I mean, it was the only thing I worked on for several days, but it is called Lovebirds by Autumn Lane Stitchery. It's in the February Just Cross Stitch magazine. I ended up stitching it on, this is a piece of 18 count loose wine by Be Stitch Me, and the floss is oatmeal scone, Belsois by, who makes Belsois? Classic Colorworks. I just did one thread over one strand of floss over one Ada square. And then I just found this thing at Hobby Lobby today, and I put a magnet on the back, so it kind of magnets up there. I really like it. It might even be something I keep up all year. I don't know. So there's that one, and then so this piece I finished the stitching on this wordplay by With Thy Needle and Thread. This is January. I finished this last year. I just never FFO'd it. But I found this box at Hobby Lobby today, so I decided to FFO the 2 that I have stitched. So like this, I can just take the top off, put the finished ones in here. Here is, here is February. So yeah, those are the only 2 of the word plays that I have stitched, but hopefully I will get the rest of them done soon. This is a piece of 14 count, I think it's called Brick by Be Stitch Me. I think I did some of the called for colors, as far as the DM, well, no. The chart has, I think it's gassed, General Arts, that is charted. I went online and did a conversion onto DMC, and then from there I think I pulled from my stash, so I brightened up some of it. I think I changed the blue around. I don't really remember at this point, but yeah, this was my other piece I worked on and started and finished and FFO'd in a week. So yeah. Okay, and then 2 whips. These were just ones that I kind of felt like working on it. Their goals to finish this month. So the first one is Silver Creek Samplers. It's called Promise of Spring, I believe. No winter lasts forever. No spring skips its turn. Sorry, I don't have. This is where I'm at. Stitched on a piece of Shadow, 16 count Shadow by Be Stitch Me. My lighting's really bad right now. And I converted the colors, I think. It's similar to what's on the front, but yeah, I should hope to finish this in another day or 2 if I actually feel like working on it. It hasn't had to make myself work on it. Like I finished up that Lovebirds piece, and then I kind of floundered. I didn't really know what to work on. Keep it in a Made by Me project bag. Yeah, so I didn't really know what to work on after I finished that piece yesterday. So I pulled out, this was one of my WIPCO calls for this month, called Land That I Love by the Housewives. I'm stitching this on a piece of 28 count Monaco that I Rit dyed with charcoal Rit. I really, really, really like this piece, but I do not like this fabric. The stitching on it is just hard. Like it's not so much that it's stiff, but it's like, it's thick. And so my hands get really tired because I stitch in hand. So pushing them, like holding one side and pushing the needle through, and I don't know. I don't really want to put it in a hoop or a Q-snap just because I know it would, like, they would feel heavy to me. Also, I debated about starting over on a different fabric, but I really don't want to do that. So I don't know. I'm probably just going to power through. But stitching it with the called for fancy floss. Yeah, I have a lot of stitching left on this. I don't know what else to say. Here's the floss. So just the called for colors, patriotic. I have this little, I got this little house from Walmart, so I'd really like to finish it. It was a Mania start last year. So yeah, I will go through a little bit of haul. I'll save the floss for last just because there's just an overwhelming amount of it, honestly. First, I guess I'll talk about, so it's kind of random, but a company by the name of Stitchly, it's stitch.ly, reached out to me on Instagram, and I think they're new to the cross stitch community. They're some other kind of design company already, based in Ireland. Anyway, they reached out to me and said, can we, get your opinion on this new kit? We're trying this beginner cross stitch kit. We'd like to get opinions from other cross stitchers or something along those lines. And at first I thought it was a scam. I was like, I was hesitant. But I looked up, looked on their Instagram, looked up their parent company, and it seemed legit. So they sent me money through PayPal, and then I placed the order on Amazon, which was also kind of weird, but they said because they're based in Ireland, they don't keep them in Ireland, they keep them through Amazon. I don't know. Everything went through fine, and none of my accounts have been compromised, so it's obviously legit, but it's like a really good beginner box, so I thought I'd go through it a little bit. But so yeah, it comes in a box like this. It has like this whole little guide about like beginning cross stitch. There are four or five patterns in it. I'll show you. Sorry, I just have it on my phone. So this is like what can you see it? This is what the ad looks like on Amazon. So that book comes with these patterns. They're so cute. Comes with like 3 different hoops. Comes with one pre-printed piece, I think just to like teach you how to do the squares. And then it comes with some more Aida. All the floss is on bobbins. I don't know if it correlates to DMC or not. I didn't look at that. Comes with scissors, 2 different needle threaders, 2 different needles, and then just some extra bobbins. So it seems like a really good kit for beginners or for like a little kid or a little preteen that wanted to learn how to cross stitch. And it was $30. You know, it was relatively affordable to get all that stuff. Which, you know, honestly, you could pick up a floss and some Ada for probably a little cheaper than $30. But I don't know. I thought it would be like a good gift to give to somebody if that wanted to learn how to cross stitch. The Ada's a little stiff, but if you don't know any different, you know, you wouldn't know. So, I thought it was good. It was kind of interesting for them to reach out to me. I don't know. I just haven't ever been headhunted like that or anything. So yeah. Okay. Next, I'll show you the Forbidden Fiber Company box that I got. So this is what the box looked like. The pre-order went up probably in December. It was a while ago that I did the order. And so it came with a little card to explain everything that's in here. It came with a candle that smells like chocolate, which well, it smells good now. When I first smelled it, I was like, I don't know about that. Came with some floss drops. They're a little bit flimsy, like the cardstock needs to be a little bit thicker, but they're cute little prints. And I think I just make mine with like super thick cardstock, so I'm used to them being a little thick. Came with this cute project bag. It came with these, I think they're exclusive patterns that are super, like I really like them. And I will stitch all 3 of them. I don't know if I will stitch them this year, some kind of over Valentine stitching, but maybe. Needle minder, that's cute, and a little like, glare is awful, a little like button. Some chapstick that smells really nice, berry flavored. Some Forbidden Fiber Company floss, so it's the called for floss in those patterns. Pretty like Valentine's colors. These are 2 of the same. These 2 rows are the same. And then this pretty, I think you had the option of a 14 count Ada or a 40 count linen. And I went with the 40 count linen in the color Love Potion. It's really pretty. And I think with the idea of, using it for those patterns. So it's like I like it. And I will definitely stitch it. So, and keep it in this cute project. So there's that. Now that I've shown you, I can either start it or maybe I'll work on that. There's that. Okay. A little bit more that's not floss. I got the these came like literally the day that I filmed, I think last week or the day after I filmed, so they've been hanging around for a while. But the next Glitter Village or House 2, Glitter House 2 and the Glitter Village kit stitch along that I am doing sort of with Little Stitch Shop on Instagram. I say sort of because I haven't started it yet. I'm also I joined the Snapshot Club from Fat Quarter Shop. So Pine Mountain Designs has all these snapshot, one a month. Fat Quarter Shop did a color conversion, and they're stitching it on like this 10 count vintage cloth. The first time I tried to stitch on 10 count, I hated it. So why would I join this club, you ask? Because I thought I would try it again because I really liked the color conversion, and I really am a sucker for a series, we'll say. And I stitched it in a hoop the first time I used 10 count, and my needle kept falling out of the fabric, out of the holes, which was really irritating. So I stopped working on that project, and I actually got rid of the 10 count and everything. But I heard some people, some people do stitch in hand with a 10 count, so that would kind of eliminate the falling needle problem. So we're gonna try it. The January one shipped really late because they had a hard time getting something. The February one is gonna be shipping soon. I kind of wish, well, I don't know. I kind of wish we would have started it earlier, but I probably wouldn't have kept up with it anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. And then I just placed a separate order from Fat Quarter Shop. I think I needed something from them, so I don't remember why I placed this order, but I got some, some stuff. So this new one from, excuse me, sneeze. This new one from Silver Creek Samplers Give Greatly. It's super cute. I just liked this little quilting bag. Comes with a little like scissors. Actually, they don't actually cut, but cute scissors. I saw Lori Holt talking about her needle card. So I wanted to try her tapestry needles. Oh, she did like a stitch with me or something, and I wanted to try the tapestry needles. This Prairie Schooler pattern called Spring and Fall. I'll probably try to stitch these soon because that's cute. And then fabric. I got some 30 count Portobello linen, and then some Linda. This is 27 count Linda Whisper, and this is Vintage Country Mocha. So that was from Fat Quarter Shop. And then Cobweb Corner is a shop, online needlework shop that Helen D talks about a lot. And so I've placed a few orders with her. I'm doing the Weebird Stitch Along with that like group, or she kind of started it. So she was having a sale of her spring charts. So I placed an order. Cricut Collection, April. I don't remember. It seemed like a pretty decent sale. Everything was 20% off, maybe. This is a Blackbird Designs March of the Daffodils. This is like their stocking series. I'm not a huge fan of the stockings, but all of these ones are cute. So I'll probably try to stitch those. And then, what is this? Basket Full of Springtime. This is another series. I'll have to get summer, winter, fall. By Brenda Gervais. Festive Little Fob, Springtime Edition. Now that I have like a tiered tray and I have that kind of trench bowl on that hutch, I'm really motivated to stitch smalls. And then, like I said, I'm a sucker for a series. So this Lila Studio, I think they're just called Seasons. But the spring one was on sale, and I just went ahead and ordered the summer, autumn. The colors are beautiful. They're called for Gentle Arts, most of them. Yeah. And winter. Okay, that is it for patterns. This is kind of random. I don't usually share what I like get at the store, I guess like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever, but I was at Michael's today and I saw they had these like things of just trim. It's 50 pieces of just like random trims, which I thought was a pretty decent deal because it was like $10 and then you can use a coupon or whatever. And so there's lots of like random just little fun ribbons and trims and stuff if you do like pillow finishes, or even just there's some rickrack. And yeah, so I got two colors. I got this kind of springtimey color and then these just neutrals, brown colors. But like there's like twill tape, but some fancy little trims. I thought it might help me be a little more creative, you could say. Okay, now for all of the floss. So I'll start with the clubs I'm in. So no, these are in no particular order. I joined Stitchy Box does a flower silk of the month club. So these are the colors that arrived for February or for January. January. Oak, goldenrod, they're 8 yards. Leshy, and lion's tail. So they're very, very pretty. And then I got my color and cotton. I do the color and cotton 10 skein club through Threads and Twine. She was a little behind because color and cotton was a little behind. So these are, I think, November and December's clubs. So yeah. And then I think she skipped January because she was behind. So I'll get February later this month probably. Lapis. I can't read. Laser beam. Lava lamp. That's a pretty purple. Lava stone. That's a good. And a neutral black. Leapfrog. Lemon tart. Blowing out a little bit. Tart. Lichen. Lemongrass. They're in alphabetical order, I think. Light coral, you can tell they're all L's, and lagoon. And then the next month was, alphabetical order. Lilac, lima bean, lime sorbet. It's a little darker than that. Limeade, locomotive, lollipop, luau. Ooh, looks really bright on camera. Lullaby, macadamia, and magenta. So that's that. And then I'm gonna need a new floss storage system because mine is not gonna hold all these. Stitchy Stuff is an Etsy seller that does like her own hand dyed cotton floss. So she had some new colors released, I guess. So I just ordered some. This is Black Cherry, Stormy Sky, Espresso, Cinnamon Stick, and Smoky Rose. Yeah, she posted this on Instagram or as an update or something, and I just wanted it. So I have to stop doing that, just making an order because I want something. Okay. And then last week I was watching Joyfield Stitcher, and she mentioned Sulky was having a like a sale, like a mystery grab bag at a discount kind of sale, something like that. And I haven't ever stitched with Sulky, but people rave about them, and I really liked stitching with one strand on that Lovebirds piece. So I figured, hey, why not try it out? They're on sale. So it was 10 of their 300 yard or 330 yard spools. It's a 12 weight cotton. Hands-on designs pieces with the Sulky. So if you haven't stitched with it or seen it or heard of it before. So it was random colors, and I just ordered 2 packs. So one of the bags busted because my kid was playing with it. So this is the other set. So some of them are variegated and some of them are solids, which is fine. And then there's gray. I have that separated because I'll just ask now. I want to stitch a monochromatic. It's the pattern called Forest of Sumatra, by ink circles. I'll insert a picture here. I want to start that. It's just been calling to me and I feel like I need to start it because I can't stop thinking about it here lately. I want to stitch it on this piece of Be Stitch Me Aurora. This came in the winter solstice box, so here's the full. I just think it would be gorgeous on this as a monochromatic piece. I thought about doing like a variegated floss, but I think the fabric's too busy. It would need to be a monochromatic, so I think I'm going to use this sulky color for the trees. I don't know. What do you think? Is that? I guess I'll have to test it and see, because it's a 32 count, so it should be good. Her 32 count is actually pretty tight. So I don't know, what do you think? I guess I'd have to do a couple test stitches to see if it shows up enough. Otherwise, I don't really know what color to do on this fabric. I mean, I think a white would like pop pretty good, but I don't think I want to stitch in white. I don't know. What would you do? What are your thoughts? That's a giant piece, but I've been feeling, I don't know, for some reason I just really want to stitch it. Probably ask my husband and he'll be like, why do you want to stitch it? Okay, so that's all floss except for the Victorian motto. So she was 4 months behind on shipping the orders. So it's October, November, December, and January. Clubs, I get the 12 skein limited edition. So 4 times 12 is 48. So there's 48 colors here. And the Victorian model does like 20 yard skein. So I have enough floss to last me a lifetime, is the moral of the story. 1820 flax. And I separated them out by color. What does that say? Wild globe flower, prairie wildflower. So there are a ton of greens and a ton of reds. She clearly likes dyeing reds and greens, and then a few blues, some like 2 purples, some browns, those whites. So this is the blues, Seaside Blue, Quilt Gathering. That's actually pretty variegated. Let me grab my little. Hold please. We'll do this. Blues. Okay, maybe you can see that. Pioneer Blue, Harvest Sky, Sea Breeze. So those are the blues. 2 oranges, Faded Pumpkin, and Rustic Orange. This one has a lot of variegation. You can't really tell because my lighting's so horrible. But that one goes from like a lighter brown to a darker, not brown, lighter orange to a darker orange. These are browns. No, I missed a few, but 4 is enough on this board. Texas Wildflower, Rustic Wilderness, Harvest Wagon, Harvest Brown. Got Colonial Cabin, Colonial Maple, Vines and Tendrils. We have 2 purples, Mauve Wildflower, and Blooming Orchids. I don't even know if you're still here watching this. I guess if you're just sitting and stitching, it's not bad. But... I forgot to do a life update because there's really not a whole lot going on. Life is pretty boring. I started working at a different, it's the same job, but there's several clinics I've been at a clinic that's a little busier. So these are the greens. Stuffed celery, mountain flower, 1820 herbs, simply lime, pastel lime. These look very similar and in like shades. So I wonder if I could do those on my forest of Sumatra. Let's see. That might be pretty. I have to kind of mix it up a little bit, I think. But that might be something to think about. So yeah, there's 2 clinics. Well, there's actually 4, but 2 of them that are local to me, and then 2 of them are like an hour away. And so I was working at one that was a little less busy, and now I'm at one that's very busy. So I've been exhausted the past couple days because seeing 30 plus patients a day is rough. Balls of holly, old Christmas, cheerful Christmas, evergreen spruce, and Christmas green. So see what I mean? She likes her greens. Almost done with the greens, and then there's a whole bunch of red. Okay. Misty Sea, winter grass, faded seagrass, emerald mine, new Wakwa green, Rocky Mountain wildflower. They're really quite pretty. Okay, now for the reds. They're not showing up very good. They do look a little bit different, but not super, super different. Appalachian wildflower, celebration red, pioneer red, 1820 prim red, and traditional holiday. So they're not, the color's not showing up great, but they're pretty similar in color, honestly. Almost done. Sorry, I'm getting a little worn out. Okay. Mountain aster, cerise, wild roses, prairie cabin, rainbow quilt. And then last 3. There's older maroon, special red, and rustic barnwood. So that's it. That is all of the floss. And now I finally get to go put it all away. So yeah, I'd be curious what your opinions are on that that piece. Oh my gosh, what's it called? Pink circles, Forces Sumatra. Should I do it in the green or the gray? I'm really thinking I like that green color a lot, actually. So probably gonna end up being green. Okay, so that's really all I have. That was a lot of haul. I know I said I was going to try to spend less. It's not going well. What else? That really is it. I don't know what my plans are this week. I'm going to try to work on Long May She Wave a little bit. I think I'm done stitching Valentine's stuff. I might start that Forces Sumatra tonight. I'm off on Monday and Tuesday, so I get a lot of time this week. I was going to show you a finished table runner top, but I made a big mistake, and I feel like such a beginner for doing it. And I'm not a beginner at quilting. And I sewed some blocks together, and I thought I just like wildly miscut the fabric, and that's why I didn't fit. But it turns out I was just sewing them on the wrong way, because there were squares that I thought were square, but they were 4 by 4 1/4. And yeah, I'd have to show you it. So you probably really don't understand, but I sewed all 11, no, it was more than that, it was like 22 blocks together and had to seam rip them all out because they were gone. So, if I feel like sewing today, I might do that. If I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so thank you for sitting here and listening to me blabber on. Hopefully, it was somewhat entertaining. Um, and I will probably be back next week. I don't know what I'll show you. I'll try to get some progress on my whip go pieces, and yeah, that's all I got. So happy stitching, everybody. Thanks for spending some time with me. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night.